You know what happened? I got mocked. We don't write notes. If you have your phone, you don't need a laptop. I'm a student of UCCK. Correct wardrobes. Fan. What do you need a fan for? You are going to school without a cap. To go and use whose cap? Girl, especially if you are a lady. Half of guys, I don't even know if they cook. I bet all they need is shit up. Why will you go to school without toothbrush? To go and use what to brush your teeth? You can carry all the shoes in your house and add smart color and add and send to the school. Okay.
The way you make a fall for you. She's just a passerby, but when I look into her eyes, I see life.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. That time again, Blaze O'Clock with your fave Nako. As you can see in the descriptions, today's video I'll be talking about the necessary things you need. That's the keyword. Things you need when you are going to the university as a fresher. Okay, especially my ladies.
Let's watch this video so that I have some 1 or 2 things to tell you.
We all know that uni is not like high school. Then when we are going, the school gives us prospectus to buy this or buy that and stuff like that. No, so you have to know what is saying and what's not saying. When I was going to the university, I actually didn't know what is saying. I didn't know what to buy or what to take or the things I wasn't supposed to say. So what I did was I came to YouTube and then I searched for this kind of video, and the video I saw, the person was saying toaster, fridge, a whole lot of electricals. And I was like, okay, the way she was emphasizing on certain things, I decided that I was going to send all those things. So I wrote all of them down in my list of things I'll be needing for school. And you know what happened? I got mocked because certain things were necessary and I wrote them down. Not knowing the girl, I'm sure she was a DB because some things are for DBs, okay? So today I'm going to show you the things you need. You will need almost everything, but certain things are not necessities, okay? I've written everything down in this book, in this success book here. So I'll be reading them out. So what I did was I wrote 7 main things you'll be needing for school as a fresher going to the university. So I'll mention them and I'll break them down. So the first one was academic essentials, hostel room items, kitchen stuff and toiletries and personal care, clothing, electricals and miscellaneous or any other thing you need. Okay, so for the academic essentials, don't focus on my movement. Okay, I'm standing today, I'm not sitting, that's why I'm going up and down. So for the academic essential, you need your admission documents. First of all, these are very important, like your admission letter, your ID, your certificate, your passport photos, and any kind of admission documents or paperwork stuff that you did, whether from high school or the school is asking you to bring here. And it applies to all schools, okay? So no matter the school, whether UG, NAST or UCC or UPSC or Central, any school, you need this kind of things, okay? The next thing is notebooks. You don't really need notebooks because we don't write notes, but then for your own personal studies, you can take maybe 2 exercise books or more depending on you. You need pens, obviously, and jotters or anything you think you need to write with, which will make you comfortable, okay? And then laptop or tablet is not compulsory. I know you might be thinking that it's compulsory that you have to send a laptop and stuff like that because maybe you might have friends who are sending those kind of things. So even if you don't have, you'll be thinking that you have to send it, that is essential that you must have. No, it's not, okay? So laptop is not compulsory. If you have your phone, you don't need a laptop because trust me, you are not going to use laptop for anything in your first year. I also wrote backpack, but for guys you will need backpack, but for the ladies, any ladies bag that makes you feel comfortable is just fine. You don't need a laptop bag. The hostel room items, so over here you need bed sheets, pillowcases, because The school will provide a mattress and a bed for you, but then they won't provide any pillows. So you have to send your own pillow. And even if you go and meet a pillow there, I won't advise you sleep on a pillow that someone left behind. Okay, so you have to send your own pillowcases, blankets, clothes, mosquito nets. Mosquito nets is not necessary. You might even send it and then you end up not using it for anything. I don't remember if I sent or did not send some when I was going to school as a fresher, but I never used the mosquito net. Okay, even in high school, I don't remember using one, but I sent one. So it was just like waste of money. So mosquito net is not necessary. But if you think it will make you feel comfortable, then you can send it. Maybe you fall sick easily or you don't want mosquitoes to touch you, you can send it. You also need a bucket, pail, and then a basin. Basin is not compulsory, okay? It depends, unless maybe you don't get water often. And in UCC, I'm a student of UCC, okay? So in UCC, sometimes it's hard to get water, but in the halls, we often get water like almost all the time. So we never needed this kind of basis. I don't know for other year groups, but when I was in level 100, I was in Barco Hall, we always had water. And even if we faced water crisis, it was once in a while. So basin, I don't think is really needed. I would suggest that you go to the school, find out the environment, how things work there, then you can decide whether to take things like this, okay? But buckets and pail is compulsory, just like you need your sponge to take your bath, okay? Yeah. You also need hangers to hang your clothing. Because, where will you hang your clothes? Even though they are wardrobes, they are not like correct wardrobes that you found in your houses or your your comfort zone key. So you have to send your hangers, of course. A small fan. What do you need a fan for? You don't need a fan. You don't need a fan as a fresher. Even if you are going to the hostel, the hostel rooms, most of them provide fans already. So I don't think you need a fan even as a fresher. Whether you're going to the hostel or the hall, you don't need a fan, okay? So don't go and disturb your parents that you need a fan, or maybe your friends are buying fans and you don't have. You don't need a fan. You don't need it. Laundry bag is a necessity, okay? Because you don't want to mix your clothing, especially my ladies, with the ones you've already washed and kept clean. You don't want to mix the dirty things with them. So you need your laundry bag or basket. But I advise a bag. You can use any big, cute bag that you think you can keep your dirty things in. I'll advise that instead of the basket, because the basket occupies space. And even in this room, these rooms are really small, trust me. Most of the halls, the rooms are small, so you might end up not getting space for all these kind of things if you carry them to school, okay? So you don't need a laundry basket, you need a laundry bag. For kitchen stuff or appliances, you need your cup, plates, bowl, cutlery, anything you used to eat. This is a necessity. You can't tell me you are going to school without a cup. To go and use whose cup? Girl, especially if you are a lady. I'm emphasizing on ladies because I don't really know how guys do their things at the hostel, even though this list applies to both genders. But for my ladies, me personally, I wouldn't want to use someone's cup, or wouldn't be comfortable if someone uses my cup or spoon. So I advise you take your own plates and stuff like that, okay? Flask or water bottle, you don't need it. I wrote it down, but then you don't need a water bottle for anything. I know most people say water bottles, it will seem as if you need it, but girl, you don't need a water bottle. Like, are you a baby? No, you are not. So you don't need water bottle for anything. Rice cooker, fridge, kettle, toaster, blender, this kind of things. This is what got me mocked. Okay, especially the toaster. Let me tell you, you don't need a toaster for anything as a fresher. You don't need it. Even if you send things like this, where will you keep them? When you get there, you realize that the rooms are very small. So you don't need a toaster. Blender, yes, you need a blender, especially if you're a lady. How for guys, I don't even know if they cook. I bet all they need is shit up.
I don't want peace. I want problems. Always.
Or yes, so if you have your shito, I think you are good to go, okay. Or you get your shito supplied, and when you finish, the person will give you, you're okay. You don't even need anything. You don't need suspan. But for my ladies, you need a blender. Fridge is not a must-have as a fresher. It's a must-have as a university student, okay, because you might want to cook and keep some and stuff like that, especially when you are in the hostel as a continuing student. But as a fresher, I advise you don't send fridge immediately. Maybe you should rather go the first study environment, how things are, how the rooms are, even if you get space for the fridge in the first place before coming back with the fridge maybe the second semester if you think you are okay for it. You don't need a rice cooker for anything. All you need is a hot plate. I don't know if you know what a hot plate is, but if you don't know what hot plate is, this is a hot plate. Okay, this is what a hot plate looks like. This is all you need. You can use to cook anything at all. You don't need rice cooker. You don't need toaster. You don't need anything. Maybe you need a kettle, but as far as you have your hot plate and your blender, you should be good to go. Then saucepan is a must have because some people are not even comfortable with you using their knife, not to talk of saucepan to cook. Okay, so I'll advise you to take saucepan. As part of your kitchen appliances, you need a saucepan as a fresher going to the university for the very first time. You also need foodstuffs like rice, oil, anything you cook, spaghetti, tomato paste. You need provisions, of course, and snacks. You need all those things. So anything you think you would eat, you would have to send them. Okay, send as much as you can, especially for the provisions. Of course, you don't want Hala to go and cheat you in school as a fresher. If you don't understand the language I just spoke, go back to high school. Or emphasize on hot plate again. It's a necessity. Listen, you don't need burner, you don't need a gas cooker, you don't need cylinder. All you need is hot plate. You can use to cook anything at all. And you're not even paying for electricity bills yourself if you are going to the halls especially. So our advice as a fresher, you try as much as possible to get accommodation in the hall so you skip these bills. Toiletries and personal care. You need your soap, sponge, toothpaste and toothbrush. Things like this are necessities. Why will you go to school without toothbrush? To go and use what to brush your teeth, girl? Brother, sister.
How are you telling me this?
So you need these things, especially sponge, and then you need a towel too. Detergents like washing soap, you need washing powder, any of your choice. Okay, that I won't tell you the specific one to buy, but you need detergent to be able to wash your own clothes. Or even if you want to send to the laundry, it's fine, but then you still need this kind of things. Soap for your own bathing, washing soap, detergents, washing powder, after wash and all this kind of stuff. And then if you're a lady, please, you need sanitaries. Yeah, sanitary pads, of course, shaving kits for both the guys and the ladies. You need deodorant or shore spray, those kind of things. You don't want to go and be smelling bad. How can you just go to uni as a fresher and you are looking wretched, you are smelling bad? Nah. Then when it comes to clothing, you need casual wear for lectures, like maybe your normal t-shirts and try, those kind of things for classes or lectures. Then you need formal or official clothing for presentations especially. And sometimes depending on the course you do, you might be given a dress code. Okay, so if your course you are given a particular dress code, then you have to go with that. But then if the course you are offering is like mine, like social sciences, that you are not given any specific dress code, then you need your casual wear and just a few official words for presentations. Okay, you don't need to stress yourself looking formal all the time. Then sleepwear. I didn't go to school with a sleepwear, and I don't think I need it still. Even as a continuing student, I don't think I need a sleepwear. So I'll advise you not to, but you can. People take it and use it. So you can take a sleepwear like your nightwear and stuff like that, PJs, sleep with it if that's what makes you comfortable. But for me, as long as I have my t-shirts, I don't even care about any sleepwears or anything like that. You need shoes, okay? You need shoes and sandals. Send as many shoes and sandals as you can. Not too many, but then you should know maybe 3 sandals, 2 shoes. I think it's fine as a fresher. You're just going for the first one. What do you need a shoe rack for? You don't need. So just send something that will be okay for you. But if you're a DB and you need to change shoes and sandals every single day, you can carry all the shoes in your house and add Makola and add and send to the school. Okay. You also need the electricals. That's the extension board, most especially. You need an extension board, okay? Why am I saying this? Because sometimes you'll be in a room, especially if you're in the traditional house, you might be in a room and then the socket in the room is only one. And you are like 4 sharing a room. How are you going to charge your phone if another person is using it and stuff like that? So you need an extension board so you'll be able to charge your own personal stuff. Okay. You also need a power bank. No, you don't need a power bank. You don't need it. I mean, I didn't go to school with a power bank and I was doing fine. But maybe you need it in case there's light out or power outage and then you need to charge your phone. I'll advise you take a flashlight, like a torch, something cute that you can use in this circumstance. If you don't have that kind of money to be able to afford a power bank, it's not compulsory, okay? You do not need it. But if you want it, just take it. Phone charger, compulsory. You don't want to go and be borrowing people's charger, okay? So I advise you send your own charger. Why should you even go to school without a charger? You have a phone, but then you don't have a charger. Like, why? Brother, sister. So you need a phone charger. You need an iron. It's a must-have. You don't want to go and be borrowing iron. Sometimes you go and borrow someone's iron, the person will be so upset with you for no reason. I mean, just an iron, but then I'm sure some of you too, someone borrows your things, you might be scared they might spoil it or anything of that sort. So why should you go and borrow someone's iron? Okay, so you need an iron. It's a must have. I'll advise you take an iron instead of a rice cooker or a toaster. Earphones. If you want your peace of mind, I'll advise you take an AirPod or earphone, okay? Even though it's not compulsory, but sometimes people really disturb me. When I was in the hall, I didn't like all these plenty noises. And my room, sometimes people will come with their friends to come and talk, gist and all of that. Sometimes it's fun, but then sometimes it gets so tiring, annoying, and disturbing at the same time. So when you have your earphones, like me, I had my AirPod, it was always in my ear, I was on my top bed, and then I'm good to go. Okay, so no disturbance. It seemed like a disturbance to me. I think we are done with the electrical. So the last thing I'll be emphasizing on is the miscellaneous or other things. And the first thing is money. You need cash. You need some money. As for money, I don't think I should be the one telling you need money, but you should know yourself that you need money. I'm sure there are other things that maybe skipped me, but you can do other research in addition to this video so that any other thing like maybe pegs, obviously you need pegs, but I don't think I mentioned something like that. So if you feel there are other things you might need which I didn't mention, you can add them to your list. But the main things you need are the things I've mentioned here. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful to you. Let me drop this. So soon we've come to the end of this very educative video. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, please do well to engage, do well to like, comment, share, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'd really appreciate that. Guys, my microphone went off without my knowledge. Okay, I had no idea my microphone went off while I was talking. So this is a voiceover to fill in the pothole, even though I don't remember exactly what I was saying at that time. But I think I was signing out. So thank you for watching to the end of this video. and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.